At Harrison, and they've just released or announced the release of 3 500 series modules. Gary's going to tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, excellent. We have 3 new 500 series modules. In this box we have 2 of each. The first one is a mic preamplifier and a pair of high-pass, low-pass filters, the circuits of which are directly coming from the console sitting on the other end of the booth over there. So we took that circuitry out, made a 500 series module, gets people the opportunity to have a little bit of that console in their own rig, so we decided to do that. The second module is an EQ module. This is not the EQ module from that console.
Right.
But it came a little bit later in the Harrison history, in the very early 80s. But Dave Harrison and Sam, the designers, wanted to do a 3-band EQ instead of a 4-band EQ. Give a little bit more control on the mid-bands and add a high-pass filter to it. So I asked Sam, who I worked with for 40 years up until a couple of weeks ago, what his favorite EQ was, and he chose that one. So I said, we're going to go ahead and make that a 500 series module. So we did high band, low band are a proportional Q design. The mid band's got a variable Q design, a little bit wider frequency ranges, and a high pass filter. And then we made a compressor module, and this comes from the early to mid 90s in some consoles we made back at that time. Harrison was never a big compressor heavy consoles. We didn't really do that in the music consoles early on. But later on, we started to need to do a little bit more gain control. They start becoming a little more popular, so we started putting them in the console. So this is a very simple leveler type compressor, very nice sounding compressor. Basic controls on there, something really utilitarian to add to your arsenal. And with today's compressors, lots of compressor choices. We decided to kind of keep it simple and keep the cost down a little bit so we could offer something at a pretty good price that really sounds good. So that's kind of...
so how much are they going to cost?
The preamp with the filters is $699.
Yeah.
The other 2 are $399. So the EQ is $399 and the compressor is $399.
And when are they going to be available?
They are available now, the beginning of February. They'll be shipping next week to our resellers.